Hey, I'm Rob.
And I'm Evan.
Today we'll be going around campus asking people their different views on leadership.
We interviewed an orientation leader, a student athlete, some students from the Greek life, a member of the housing faculty, and a professor.
Alright, hello everybody. I'm Rob, as you already know, and I'm here with Lois. Today, Lois, I'll be asking you about your definition of leadership, and can you give me an example of a leader and why you chose that person as a leader?
Okay, well, my definition of leadership would probably be a person or a group of people who come together, work together to serve or promote a greater good. By leading by example, by knowing when to step back and to speak up, and basically trying to promote goodness and trying to lead a group to a particular goal, more so.
That's definitely a good answer. Who would you say is a leader?
Well, I'm a huge history nerd, so Abraham Lincoln would be my particular example of leadership. He's one of my favorite presidents, above all, but basically he believed in certain things and he found means and ways to accomplish what he believed. He stuck with his morals, he stuck with what he believed in, he worked hard to accomplish those. He was president, he was a lawyer, but he worked for those. He worked for those positions, and he led to make change, to serve a greater good for his country and for his people. He's just a great leader. Okay. And the last question is, do you think you could become a leader through, experience and those kind of things, or do you think you're just born a leader, like from the time you're in your mom's stomach? Well, I feel like some people are born with certain attributes that set them up to be a good leader, but I definitely believe that anybody can be a leader, whether or not they're born into it or not. Abraham Lincoln, for example, wasn't born into an entirely wealthy family that was set up to where he would be basically taking their legacy into the leadership position. He worked to it because he wanted it. And I think if you want it, you can work hard enough and you can get it.
Alright, thank you.
No problem.
Hey guys, I'm Evan. I'm here with Andrew, and we're asking some questions on leadership. So Andrew, what do you think is more important as a leader, to focus on building relationships or on completing your task?
I feel that it's more about building relationships, because when you gain the trust of your teammates or peers, then it's easier to do things such as sports teams or a group project, and this will help you become a better leader, because then people will want to follow you and do the things you do.
Alright, good answer. And then, as a leader, what's your idea of the perfect follower?
The perfect follower would be someone who not necessarily will like bow down to you, but someone who is willing, I guess, to be maybe like a co-leader type deal, and they would help if you try to bring a task onto someone. And then they would come and enforce that to the person who wasn't cooperating or getting the task done.
Alright, thanks man.
Alright, thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm here with Graham. Today I will be asking him his own personal definition of leadership, an example of a leader, and why he believes that person is a leader.
For me, I think the definition of leadership would probably be, not necessarily how they conduct people, but having the ability to let other people decide what they want to do, but just kind of guiding them. And I think someone that's been a leader for me would probably be president of my fraternity. He lets people do what they need to do, but always keeps them in check and makes sure everything's the best.
That's pretty good. Do you believe that leadership is more based on a person's traits or based on their behavior?
It's a little bit of both. You gotta have the specific traits, confidence, and all that stuff. But then it's about leading by example. You're not just gonna follow someone blindly. Someone has to say something, and they also have to say that.
Okay, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey guys, I'm here with Paige, and we're going to ask you a few questions on leadership. So Paige, do you believe you're born a leader, or you can learn and become a leader?
Well, there are certain qualities that I believe a leader possesses, whether it's confidence and the ability to trust a group of people with grace and to do things efficiently, but I don't believe that it's one way or another. You can definitely acquire those qualities if you become involved in different things and if you learn from other people. So if you develop those qualities and develop that confidence, it's easy for anybody to kind of become a leader.
Okay. And then, what's your idea of, as a leader, what's your idea of the perfect follower?
The ideal follower is someone who listens to the group, listens to the leader, and kind of goes with the group in a way, but at the same time gives their own input, and if they see something that's wrong or it doesn't seem to be as efficient as it could be, to kind of offer their suggestions, because even though they're a quote-unquote follower, there's nobody who should be silent and just go along with every motion of what goes on. Input is very important from every member of the group for the leader to be successful and for the group to be successful.
All right, thanks.
Here with the world famous Michael Cherry, as you can see by the name tag. Today I'll be asking him, what makes someone a better leader?
What makes someone a better leader? I guess the things that to me make someone a better leader is effort and hard work. No leader is going to be perfect. You could be the President of the United States, you could be the Secretary of the UN, but you still have areas that you can improve in your leadership. And that can change from year to year too. So I think working at it and realizing that you can continually build and improve on your skills is the most important thing to make somebody a better leader than what they are currently.
Alright, also with that, do you think it's more important to focus on task-based things as a leader or more on building relationships?
I think for me it's relationship-based. I think every position that I've ever had, whether I'm supervising a student group of students, whether I'm advising a student organization, whether I'm teaching a class, I think it starts from the relationship. I think without the relationship, you can't hold somebody accountable for the tasks that are responsible. So I think the relationship piece is an invaluable thing to do. You don't have to know everybody's deepest, darkest secrets, but you need to know a little bit about who they are and where they come from in order to work with them.
Alright, thank you for your time.
No problem.
Hey guys, our next interview will be with Kathy. She works in the Dean's office in the College of Business, and we just wanted to get an older perspective and get her point of view, see what she had to say. Do you have an example of a leader?
Well, I think any of your student groups, whoever you choose to be your president or vice president, or I know there's summer membership, summer, what am I thinking, different programs, hospitality part. I would think you would try to choose the best person that can handle those.
So the person with the most experience can do that.
Most experience that really likes to do that kind of thing.
Okay. And then as far as the second question, as a leader, do you believe it's more important to focus on building relationships with your followers or more of getting them to complete the tasks?
I think you have to build the relationship to get them to do what you want them to do.
Okay, so that's kind of the ground level. All right, well thank you very much, Kathy.
That's it?
Yep.
Thank you.